Metal music has been around for about 48 years now, with different styles, many different fans, listening to the fast-paced drums, guitar, bass, and the power of the lead vocalist that gets you all pumped up, energized, feel like you have just so much adrenaline, like you just want to punch somebody right in the face. And through the years, all of these great metal bands have released great metal albums. So these are my top 10 favorite metal albums. Coming in at number 10, Amon Amarth with their album Twilight of the Thunder God. Amon Amarth, a Swedish death metal band that I was told to listen to while I was at a Killswitch Engage concert. Never heard of the band. I was told the songs, the whole band itself revolves around Norse mythology and Vikings. And I was like, dude, that has me sold right there. So the next day, I listened to this band, actually this album, and loved it. With great songs such as Free Will Sacrifice, Guardians of Asgard, No Fear for the Setting Sun, and my favorite, Tattered Banners and Bloody Flags. Coming in at number 9 is Testament with their album The Legacy. This thrash metal band was recommended to me by many over the years, so I decided to put my headphones in and give this band a listen to. This album was one of them that was recommended. Listen to it, and what can I say? Like many of these other albums, I was blown away. It kind of gave me like a James Hetfield type sound, except only heavier. With great songs such as Over the Wall, Burnt Offerings, Do or Die, Apocalypse City, and my favorite, Raging Waters. Coming in at number 8, Judas Priest with their album Painkiller. The sounds, the band itself. Now, I stumbled upon this band later on in life. The legendary Rob Halford, the man himself, with the band's legendary look, which is pretty much just leather, killing it all the time, especially with this album. With great songs such as A Touch of Evil, Nightcrawler, One Shot Glory, and All Guns Blazing. You never get tired of listening to the legendary Rob Halford's high-pitched vocals. Coming in at number 7 is Slayer with their album Rain and Blood. This album that came out in 1986 with such great sound and heavy thrash metal. It's a different little take that these guys put on the thrash metal band genre. With great songs such as Piece by Piece, Altar of Sacrifice, Criminally Insane, Rain and Blood, and my favorite, Angel of Death. The album's pretty short, a lot of short songs with only 2 of them actually being 4 minutes, while the rest being 2 minutes or less. But it's a great album. Coming in at number 6 is Pantera with their album Vulgar Display of Power. The great Pantera, Phil Anselmo on vocals, Rex Brown on bass, Vinnie Paul on drums, and his brother, the Dimebag Darrell, shredding it on guitar. May those two rest in peace. Released this album in 1992, a year after another one of their good albums that blew up, Cowboys from Hell, which helped put their name out in the metal world. Vulgar Display of Power really helped put their name out there with such great songs such as Walk, Rise, Live in a Hole, and if you get the deluxe edition, Piss. Piss. Coming in at number 5, Slipknot by Slipknot. This self-titled album, which came out in 1999, was the band's debut album into the metal world. This band shook things up a little bit with 9 members instead of 4 or 5, including a DJ and a man using a synthesizer. A little bit something different you don't really see in a whole lot of metal. This heavy band just goes in hard, with the lead singer Corey Taylor screaming on the mic with such songs as Sick, Spit It Out, Me Inside, Wait and Bleed. One of my favorites, Only One. Coming in at number 4, Dio with Holy Diver. Now, how can I make a top 10 metal album list without this album? This great legendary album. It's impossible. This album by a great man, Ronnie James Dio, released this album in 1983. This legendary album. Great songs such as Stand Up and Shout, Straight Through the Heart, Caught in the Middle, and of course, a legendary song, Holy Diver. May he also rest in peace. Coming in at number 3 is Motorhead with their album Overkill, their second album that was released in 1979. What's interesting about this album is some of the songs, if not most of them, aren't as fast-paced as in Ace of Spades, some of their other albums. Some of them are kind of slowed down just a little bit, which is interesting twist for them, an interesting take to do in the metal genre, but they did it perfectly with such great songs as No Class, Damage Case, Tear You Down, Limb from Limb, and of course, Overkill. Coming in at good old number 2, Metallica with Ride the Lightning. Metallica was one of the first metal bands I've ever heard. Of course, with their song Enter the Sandman, like almost everybody else. But it's the first one that I heard, which made me want to listen to more. And I stumbled across this album, which was released in 1984. Ride the Lightning was an early album. It was great. Just the feel of it, just the fast pace. James Hetfield going in on vocals with everybody else with such great songs as Fight Fire with Fire, Creeping Death, Ride the Lightning, From Whom the Bell Tolled, and my favorite of all time, Trapped Under Ice. In my opinion, this is one of their best albums. Number 1, Killswitch Engage with their album Incarnate. The songs, the lyrics, the meaning behind these songs. Great songs such as Alone I Stand, Hate by Design, We Carry On, Loyalty, and my all-time favorite, Strength of the Mind. And because these lyrics, the songs, they speak, it feels like they speak to me. That's going to sound stupid, but that's why, especially Strength of the Mind. The lead singer, Jesse Leach, killed it with this. The lyrics, everything. This is why it's my number 1. This is why I love this album so much, because I feel like the album itself actually speaks to me and is great to listen to. I can never get tired of it. Well, that was my top 10 metal album list. I hope you enjoyed, whether you agreed or disagree. As always, thanks for watching.